Hey, this is Chris from DC Comics Squadcast. I just wanted to do a quick review of Superpowers. It's the new all-ages comic from DC, and it looks like it's a 6-part miniseries. I hope it goes on longer because it's a lot of fun. It's very much in the vein of like those old Nickelodeon shows where, and it might still happen now, but there's old Nickelodeon shows where it's like, okay, yeah, the kids will like it because of the slapstick and the animation, but the parents are really going to get the humor, and I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. They also kind of get into some, I don't know if it's accidental or what, but they kind of get into some deeper story elements. Like, the premise is, you know, they shine the bat signal. When I say they, I mean Gordon, and that's how every great Batman story starts, with a bat signal and Gordon on a rooftop. And unfortunately in this, it's all ages, so he's not smoking. But Batman is missing. He's not responding. Superman replies. So Batman has been kidnapped, and spoilers, by the way, if you haven't read this, you should. It's $2.99, and it's a lot of fun. But I'm going to spoil it, so if you don't want to know what happens, stop watching now. But, so Batman's been kidnapped, as it turns out, by Brainiac, who, in this story, has created New Krypton out of the city of Kandor. And on New Krypton, Clark's parents are alive in their actual bodies, like their consciousness is back in their bodies, and Clark's mom is actually pregnant, or Superman, Kal-El's parents are pregnant again, like, you know, she's gonna have a baby, and they go into some cool stuff, like that whole aspect to me, you know, children, like, are not gonna understand the implications of that as like an old school comic book reader. And I say old school, I don't want to sound pretentious. I'm not an old school comic book reader. I've just picked them up throughout the ages, and then I got obsessed with it in my, you know, getting close to 30 again. And, but they have some really cool story elements there that I feel like could be overlooked, and that's why I wanted to talk about them. So you have this whole deal of moving their consciousness over into their bodies. So I love that aspect of Superman's Kryptonian parents being alive. It's a lot of fun for me to think about where you could go with this, which makes me sad that it's a 6-part series, because I want to dig into more. They need to do that in the regular series. That's an awesome concept. But anyway, without going into way too much detail, Superman he fights Batman's villains because he's not there in Gotham. So there's a funny spread where he's going after all of the greats. He goes after Killer Croc, and he's like grossed out by Croc. He goes after Penguin, and, you know, he has the Penguin tied up, and the Penguin's like, look, when are we gonna get Batman back? And then if you look at the background, he's got these little tiny little penguins tied up in ropes, and it's just really cute. But he goes after the Riddler, and you see a little cameo by Batgirl, but you also get Wonder Woman in there. But it's cool because when he actually goes to New Krypton, and Wonder Woman is told by Hippolyta, she goes to New Krypton as well. And it's just a fun little bit where they save Batman. They're fighting Brainiac, and Brainiac has these plans. And the one thing that I thought was brilliant, that I never thought I would see in a comic book ever, was Batman takes down Brainiac by sending him a kryptonite encrypted email, which Brainiac's like, oh wait, hold on, we gotta stop fighting, I got an email. He checks it, and then he's like, ah! And he goes down. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm sitting there laughing, reading this at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, I'm a full grown man. There's a lot of stuff like that where it's funny little, it's a thoughtless, not say thoughtless, it's not like you have to invest a lot into the story to really like it. It's just a fun, quick, it's just you know, it's all of your heroes without being heavy or dark. It's just a fun, lighthearted thing, and like I said, it's good for all ages. So, you know, your children would probably like it, because again, the animation, it's very, very cartoony. I mean, you can see here, it's very much, you know, like what you would see on TV. But like I said, I think the writing is great. For as simple as it is, there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and they touch on the classic aspects of the character, but it's all very tongue-in-cheek. It's not cheesy. I feel like it's very well approached. And anyway, I don't really know what to say about Superpowers, except if you didn't get it, get it. It came out a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to issue 2. I love... we get Alfred pulls up on New Krypton somehow. He's out on New Krypton, and he pulls up in like a convertible spaceship thing, and he's got like these pink shades on, like reflective shades. It says straight out of like Back to the Future or something. He picks up Batman. I don't know. It's awesome. Anyway, good stuff. A lot of fun for something just completely on the side, not related to the Rebirth universe. It's just a fun standalone story that you can kind of dig into. Again, I'm going to say it for the 1 millionth time. It's a lot of fun. And I've read it like 3 or 4 times, and it's just as fun every time. Anyway, just wanted to touch on that and suggest that you guys go out and grab it. I'm about to start digging into the next episode of DC Comics Squadcast. We're doing Superman and the Superman Action Comics series, and that's going to be our spotlight, and that will be out next Friday. So we'll see you guys then. Enjoy and keep reading DC Comics. Thank you.